Ladies and gentlemen, good day. Today we are going to delve into the fascinating yet chaotic saga of two adorable yet highly disruptive invaders from Japan, the raccoon dog, Nyctereutes procyonoides, and the Japanese deer, Cervus nippon. Despite their charming appearances, these creatures have been causing significant turmoil in the European natural environment. Let's explore their impact with a touch of humor and curiosity. Let's kick off with the raccoon dog, also known as the Tanuki in Japan. When we think of raccoon dogs, what comes to mind are their cute, round eyes and fluffy tails. In Japan, they are a staple of folklore and animations, often portrayed as whimsical, shape-shifting beings. However, in Europe, they have become quite the mischief makers, wreaking havoc on local ecosystems. Raccoon dogs are nocturnal creatures, and as soon as the sun sets, they start their grand nighttime feasts in the European forests. Imagine a non-stop all-night festival, where they raid bird nests for eggs and devour fruits in orchards. For fruit farmers, every night becomes a battle against these insatiable critters. Watching the raccoon dogs joyfully scamper through the woods, deciding what's on tonight's menu, is a sight to behold, albeit one that brings with it considerable destruction. These raccoon dogs are not just satisfied with raiding orchards, they also engage in fierce battles for food with local animals such as badgers and foxes. Despite their fluffy and lovable appearance, their food fights resemble a professional wrestling match. Local wildlife is bewildered by the sudden influx of these Tanuki storms, often finding themselves caught in the fray. The tenacity of the raccoon dogs is nothing short of impressive, making them a formidable presence in their adopted European habitats. To the fruit farmers, the presence of raccoon dogs is nothing less than a nightmare. When these creatures invade an orchard, it's as if a buffet dinner has been laid out just for them. Apples, grapes, and tomatoes disappear rapidly, turning the orchard into a scene straight out of a raccoon dog's all-you-can-eat contest. The orchard owners, seeing their crops vanish in no time, can only sigh and mutter, "Not again." The capacity of these critters to consume is seemingly endless, leaving farmers both amazed and exasperated. Beyond their gastronomic escapades, raccoon dogs also pose a significant health risk. They can carry diseases such as rabies and echinococcosis, which are hazardous to both animals and humans. The fluffy infection risk posed by these raccoon dogs introduces new challenges to Europe's natural ecosystems. Wildlife conservation groups are on high alert, recognizing the health threats these animals can carry. Their cute looks might be deceptive, masking a potential public health hazard. Now let's turn our attention to the elegant Japanese deer. These animals, often seen as the aristocrats of the forest due to their graceful appearance, bring their own set of challenges to Europe's natural environments. In Japan, their serene presence in temple gardens is iconic, but in Europe, their presence spells trouble of a different kind. Japanese deer have a voracious appetite for young trees and herbaceous plants. Their feeding habits can be described as elegant forest destruction. Forest managers are confronted with the disappearance of understory vegetation and exposed soil due to the deer's grazing. The forest floor, once vibrant and lush, starts resembling a pair of worn-out jeans, stripped of its greenery. Their graceful dining habits become a headache for forest managers, who did not anticipate a grazing gala from these deer. Japanese deer also have a fondness for agricultural crops. Under the cover of night, they sneak into farmland and feast on grains and vegetables ready for harvest. For farmers, the arrival of these deer heralds the beginning of deer panic. Watching crops disappear overnight feels like witnessing a deer's nighttime dinner show, leaving farmers scrambling for solutions. The speed at which their crops vanish is akin to a magic trick, leaving farmers astonished and frustrated. The deer's grand dining hours have become a serious issue for Europe's farmers. One notable problem brought by the Japanese deer is the increase in traffic accidents. They casually cross roads, leading to frequent collisions with vehicles. Especially at night, drivers are often startled by deer suddenly appearing on the road, leading to exclamations of "another deer" and frantic braking. These meet-and-greet accidents with deer pose a significant threat to drivers. The serene pace at which deer wander onto roads creates traffic chaos, causing no small amount of trouble for motorists. Additionally, Japanese deer are known hosts for ticks, which can carry diseases such as Lyme disease. The presence of deer raises the risk of tick-borne illnesses, creating a tick panic among people. After deer traverse an area, it effectively becomes a tick highway, increasing the risk of infections. Nature enthusiasts must be cautious, as the presence of deer and ticks complicates leisurely forest walks. Deer, while picturesque, introduce complications that cannot be ignored. So, what have we learned today? The raccoon dog and the Japanese deer, with their charming looks, have managed to stir up quite the commotion in Europe. Despite their appearances, understanding their real impact is crucial. Their influence presents significant challenges to Europe's natural environments. However, approaching this situation with a touch of humor helps us better grasp the reality and the necessary measures we need to take. The grand adventures of the raccoon dog and the Japanese deer in Europe are far from over, but that's all for today. Stay tuned for more updates on these furry invaders. Thank you for listening.